obviously the incident that I'll play really quickly on the stream, and I hadn't made a public post about it. Incident from the FIA karting championships over the weekend with the Russian driver Artem Severyukhin with basically what was perceived as a Nazi salute. Here, we'll first play the video and then kind of talk about it and have some of these guys maybe give in a little bit of thoughts too. But so as shown, obviously not a good salute to make whatsoever. And he was doing it from what we could tell of being egged on a little bit by the crowd. The latest update on the story that's come out so far was today officially the Italian sanctioning body for Italy revoked his license because since they weren't having Russian drivers, he was in there as an Italian license, also the easiest license to get around inside the country or inside for karting over in Europe because most of the racing happens in Italy, which was to be expected. But he's been, CNN, the New York Post, the Washington Post have all picked this up and demolished him. And it's sad, obviously, because, you should have known that there was a podium, that the podium would be streamed. All the FIA races have been streamed for years. And to think about that. But, I mean, you get hyped up on a win. You're maybe not, you're just happy to win and joking with your buddies. And just as a note, I mean, that kids growing up nowadays are going to always have cameras on them. I think that's an important lesson for everybody. It's sad that things are going the way that it has for this poor kid here who has just gotten obviously ripped apart. He's, terminated their agreement with him, so he's not able to race over there anymore. He's lost the license to race over there. But, I think the biggest lesson here is that for all the kids that watch us, which there are quite a few, is that you're always going to be under a microscope when it comes to this sport and just in general in life. I mean, this is just the world that we live in. Thing that you do could get caught and then all of a sudden catch fire and go off. And in this case, it wasn't like a hidden camera or anything. This was obviously off of a broadcast, but I mean, the FAA broadcasts are 8 hours, right? So as soon as it happened, someone clipped it off it. It wasn't like the world was watching when it happened live. But in any case, I mean, it's a crazy, crazy, crazy circumstance altogether. I know Connor loves controversy. He loved it last week, but I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure if you guys have any other stuff to add on to that. It's obviously a super sad story for a 15-year-old kid to get ripped up, but I think there's the light out of it that everyone at least following is knowing that stuff, anything you do can happen, could happen to you that way if you act up in any way, hidden camera or not, right? I mean, that's Austin, Race and Brandon, especially I mean, you guys work with and have worked with kids for a long, long time. And Austin, I know you and I have talked a lot about, they need to treat themselves like professional athletes as they get up and up in the sport. They need to train like them and they need to act like them. And the media stuff is part of it, karting or otherwise. You have to be somewhat on your toes and at least smart and respectful about things,
100%.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that was crazy.
I feel bad for the kid. I mean, what he did, I mean, it wasn't smart, obviously, but the amount of backlash he's received, like, I mean, I was on like a Twitter post and I was reading the comments on the Twitter post and it was like sad to see what people were saying about him, and they have no idea what like background or anything. But yeah, I mean, I understand he's gonna get punished, but the amount of backlash he's taking is way over the top for what I think it's worth.
Right. I mean, this is a timing thing too, and this is another thing that everyone has to be cognizant of the times, right? Russia in the invasion and war on Ukraine. He's from Russia. Like, there's already all this, and whatever his schooling might be, we don't know. Like, I honestly, the first thought I had was like, it's not just a testament to kids not taking stuff seriously, which kids will joke about anything, but what do they see here in schools over there when he goes back home, and what is the perception of the world and the current situation with the war going on and how that's presented to them, right? We see it one way, and the news outlets, I'm sure in Russia, are way, way different with propaganda and stuff. So in any case, it was just a scary, scary thing. And like you said, Connor, I mean, he is done for now, Luca Corberri for the first time in a minute isn't the most hated, and crucified guy in the sport anymore.